Okay, question number 1 is on compound interest. Now, the formula for compound interest, of course, we have compound interest. That's basically a deposit. Then it's 1 plus or minus interest, but then as a decimal to the power time. Now, so if I look at it, the £200,000 in savings. Now, if it's a saving, it's a plus. Okay, so if it was depreciation, is a minus. If increasing is plus, then anything decreasing is a minus. And it's for 4 years. But then can you see they gave you two different interest percentage. The 1.5 is for the first year, and 0.8% for the rest of the year. Okay, they want the total, not amount, the total amount of interest. So we got to subtract. So you should always remember that. Okay, let's start. So how much is the deposit? The deposit is £200,000. Bracket, it's 1. It's a plus because it's a saving, of course. The first decimal point for the interest is 1.5%. So I got to do 1.5 divided by 100, which of course is 0.015 to the power time. But I can only do that for first year, which is 1. And I'm not going to do that separately. I'm going to do it together. Always learn to do it together. And the 0.8%, so it's again 1, it's a plus. 0.8, remember, as a decimal divided by 100, which is 0.008. Okay, so plus 0.008 to the power. The total is I need it for is 4 years, but I have already done it for 1 year, so I need 3 more years left. Now I can also, instead of writing this 1 plus 0.015, I can write 1.015. 1 plus 0.008, which is 1.008. So in that way, if I write like that, it will look a lot nicer. Okay, so if I just plug that down onto a calculator, 200,000, 1.015 to the power 1, bracket again, 1.008 to the power 3. So that is going to give me 207,911.799, sorry, 0.0799. I need the answer to 2 decimal place, so 0.08. But that will be the total amount that will be in the saving account. That will be the total amount in the saving account. But I don't want the total amount. I want the interest only. So just subtract that 200,000 from here. Just subtract the 200,000 from there. That will give you £7,911 and 8 pence. £7,911 and 8 pence. Okay, and that should do. The second one. The diagram shows a hexagon. Okay, 6-sided shape. Line of symmetry. FA and FA is equals to BC, so those two are equal. EF is CD, EF is here. These two are the same, equal to each other. Now, BCD is what I'm going to call X, is 2 times CDE. Now, okay, let's not call that X, okay, because then I can't write that equal to 2X. I have to write, I'll call CDE is X. Can you see CDE is this angle, is X. So what is BCD? My BCD is this angle. So if CDE is X, then 2 times that, which makes it BCD is 2X. Okay. But I will know, because it has a line of symmetry, I have the exact same thing. If that is 2X, this is 2X as well. If that is X, this is also X. However, if that is 117, this is also 117. Then I will do a total angle. Okay, so I will do a total angle of a hexagon. What is the formula for total interior angle of a hexagon? It's n minus 2 times 180. Number of side is 6. 6 minus 2 times 180. So that's 4. 4 times 180. So the total interior angle is 720 degree. So, but, okay. However, how much the total interior angle do I have actually? If I look at it, I got XX, 2x, 4x, that's 6x altogether in there. 6x plus 117 at 117. that is going to give you 234, should be equal to the total angle, total interior angle of a hexagon, which is 720. Solve that, take away the 234, take away 234, that will cancel. That will give you 6x is equal to 720 take away 234, which is 486, and then we'll divide that by 6. We divide that by 6, and which is going to get x is 81 degrees. X is 81 degrees. Okay, so if x is 81, so they want the angle AFE. Where is AFE? Is my AFE angle, which is AFE, this one, this angle. Okay, it's not supposed to be a curved straight line, but so that's 2x. How much is 2x? Is substitute it. 2 times 81, 162 degrees. You must show all of your working out. Yeah, good. Okay, third one, density question. Right, remember the formula, density equal to mass divided by volume. You can say mass is density times volume, and then volume is, you can just replace the d and v, just swap them around, m over d. You can add, you cannot add density, you cannot add density. You can add anything but not density. You can add the mass, you can add the volume, however not density. Okay, you can add them. So if I do a table, so what are the things to, okay, so if I say this is mass, this would be volume, let's say that, and density. Remember, how do I know something is a volume? Because all I'm looking for is centimeter cube, meter cube, or maybe milliliters or something, or liters or something, the unit. Mass is basically grams, kilograms. You don't have to write the unit when you're working out, I'm just showing you. Kilograms, kilograms, anything like that. Density is the most complicated one. Obviously, it will look like something over something. It could be grams per centimeter cube, it will be liters per meters cube. Okay, so it will be the complex unit. Okay, so just remember that. So you are doing it for what? Let's see, what are we doing it for? We are doing it for ethanol, then propylene, and the last one, ethanol and propylene are mixed to make antifreeze. If you look at it, it's a ethanol. I'm just looking at the unit. I'm not even reading the density. I know it's a density, but look at the unit, G/cm cube. That's a complex unit, of course, right? So that's 1.09 for the ethanol density, 1.09. Look at this. This is for propylene, 0.97. Look at the unit, G/cm cube. So it must be the density, of course, right? Even if you don't read that word, you will know by looking at it, it's the density. For propylene is 0.97 density. Can I add this and say, oh, 1.09 at 0.97? No, you can't, because remember, you can't add density, only mass and volume. 60 liters, look at the unit. Liter is volume. So ethanol is 60 for volume, and mixed with 128 liters of propylene. So that is also liters. Liters is volume. Propylene, its volume is how much? 128. Yeah. Can I add the volume? Of course, to make, you're making antifreeze by using that. 60 at 128, that's going to give me 188. Then, do I know the mass of anything? No, I need the density of the antifreeze. That's what I need. Okay, let's do the working out. I need the mass. Mass formula is mass is density times volume. So that's 1.09 times the volume is 60. That's going to give you 65.4. Then same thing again. Mass is density times volume over here as well, which is 128 times 0.97. Which gives you 124.16. Now, can I add the mass? Of course, you can add mass and also you can add the volume. Okay, so let's add it. 65.4 plus 124.16. That will give you a total of 189.56. Then I want the density here of this antifreeze. What's the formula of density? Density is mass over volume. What's the mass? 189.56 divided by the volume is 188. That gives you 1.0083. 829 something. I want 2 decimal place, so 1 dp, 2 dp. I look at the third one. 8 means round up, so it's not 1.00, it's 1.01. That's the answer. Because look, they're asking you for the density of the antifreeze. Antifreeze density, and the answer is 1.01. They give you the unit. You do not need to worry about units. Okay, make sure you're writing it to correct decimal places. Good. Next one. Okay, a trigonometry and also a simple Pythagoras. Now they want KLM, angle KLM. Remember K, L, M. This angle. Okay, so they want this angle. Let's call it letter X. You can call it whatever letter you want. But there are two triangles. I need to find one of the common side of the triangle, which makes it easier. So I can call this letter Y. So how do I do it? Look at this. It's a right angle triangle, and I'm just working out length. So Pythagoras should do for me. If I had an angle, then I would think, okay, maybe a trigonometry, but no. In this case, it's Pythagoras. I'm working out. Look at this. This is a longer side. So Y equal to square root of what is it? So longer side means add them. 7 squared plus 4.5 squared. That gives you square root of 277 over 2. I'm going to write it too, but look at my answer. I need about 3 significant figures. I'm going to do maybe 3 decimal places. Okay, I don't. If you do 1 dp, what will happen is your answer, as you go further and further, your answer becomes a little bit less inaccurate. Okay, so maybe 3 decimal place would do for me now. 8.32. Okay, I'll write the whole thing here. 1658. Around that. So I'm just going to use 8.322 centimeters. Okay, because I will look at the 6 and round it up. Okay, this is not, I'm not doing significant, I'm doing decimal place. I'm doing 3 dp. You don't have to do 3 dp. The more is better. You do 4 decimal place is even better. You write the whole thing is even better. The best thing is actually write the square root. What is it? 277 over 2. But I'm just going to do 2 dp for now. So I know that 8.322, yeah. Then I want this angle. So I will label for the trigonometry. Remember, this is the hypotenuse because right angle is here. Hypotenuse. This is my angle, so this would be the opposite side, O. And this is your adjacent. So I got O and H. Remember the formula is sine. Sine x equals O over H. Remember, S is a very small letter. Okay, S is a small letter, sine. So sine x angle, because O opposite is 8.322 over 15. Then x is equal to sine inverse of 8.322 over 15. And x is. So when I type in the calculator, I would type, okay, of course, sine inverse, yes. And then instead of writing 8.322, I will press the answer key because obviously that would be the more accurate way of doing it. Okay, 15, and then my exact answer is 33.6953. 3.695372. I want 3 significant figures. You count from the beginning. 1, 2, 3. So you look at the fourth one and round it. 9 means round it up. So 33.7 degrees is my answer. They already put the degree. But okay. Okay. That is angle KLM. Okay, moving on. Making the subject. Okay, you want to make the x the subject of this formula, right? But there is a bracket on this side. Can you see this bracket? Okay, what do you do with the bracket? Just expand the bracket. Crisscross it. So that's how many? 6x plus 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, but I don't have a fraction on this side, so y means y over 1. Let's cross multiply it here and here like that. If I multiply it, that gives me yx or xy. Okay, you can write whatever, but normally alphabetical order. So xy plus how many? 7y equal, if you multiply it by 1 times 6x, which is 6x, plus 1 times 10 is 10. To the left hand side, I will keep all my x and bring the x. So the xy will maybe will stay here. This 6x is already no sign here, so that means it's a plus. So minus 6x. Cool. I moved every x's to my left hand side. The plus 10 stays as it is, just a 10. The 7y here, the positive 7, it will be the opposite, the inverse, which is the minus 7y. Let's factorize it. X is taken out. That will obviously make it y minus 6 equal 10 minus 7y. Then of course x is equal to 10 minus 7y over y minus 6. That's my answer. Okay. Some people, if you're doing it, you might get the answer x is equal to, not instead of 10 you get minus 10, instead of minus 7y you get plus 7y, instead of y you get minus y, instead of minus 6 you get plus 6. That will be also correct. Okay, but I'll just stick to what I got on here. So remember, this is correct, this is also correct if you got that way. Okay, question 5. All right, moving on. Question number 6. Has an equation. They give you a coordinate. Yes, they give you the equation, but what line they want? Perpendicular. Remember, if they want the parallel line, you use the same gradient. If it's perpendicular, you switch the fraction of that gradient and then change the sign. However, I don't have the gradient. It's because it says 3y equals 4x plus 7. So 4 is not the gradient. Remember, the number in front of the x is the gradient normally, but it needs to be y equals to. So let's divide everything by 3 in order to cancel. So that will mean y equals to 4x over 3 plus 7 over 3. I am only worried about the number in front of the x, which is this thing, which is 4 over 3. So what is my gradient of this line is 4 over 3. Can I use 4 over 3? Yes, for a parallel line, not for a perpendicular line. So what is my actual gradient I want? Perpendicular line. The 4 over 3 swaps it, so it will become 3 over 4. The 4 over 3 is a positive sign. It doesn't have any sign, so it's a positive. So this must be negative. And then I write my equation y equals mx plus c. So remember, y equals minus 3 over 4x plus c. Let's substitute the coordinate. This is my x coordinate and this is my y coordinate. Y is minus 5 equals minus 3 over 4. X is 3 plus c. Can you see the denominator here? 4 times everything by that 4. What do we get? Minus 5 times 4 is minus 20 equals this 4 and this 4 goes away. Minus 3 times 3 is minus 9 plus c times 4 is 4c. 4c is no more minus 9, it's minus 20 plus 9, which is minus 11. C is minus 11 over 4. So what is my equation is actually y equal minus 3 over 4 x plus c, but I already know what plus c is. What is that? Minus 11 over 4. Okay, they haven't told you to give it in any form, so this form is very good, so this is fine. However, sometimes in this question you might see, or they might say, or give it in the form of ax plus by plus c. If they did say something like that, what do you need to do? You write that equation, which is y equal minus 3 over 4x minus 11 over 4. You look at the denominator. The denominator is 4, so times everything by 4. That goes away, that goes away. That's 4y equal minus 3x minus 11. So that's equal to 0 normally they would say. Bring everything to the left hand side, so that's 4y plus 3x plus 11 equals 0. I wrote ax, but I'm writing 4y and I'm writing the y first and then x second. It doesn't matter. It's okay. Okay. And this will be a form to give it like that. Then it will be, if they said or something like that, then it will become a 4 mark. And they will say a, b, c are integers as well. They will always say, oh, a, b and c are integers. You can't write fractions. Okay, that's why it's a 4 marker. This is actually the normal format, y equal mx plus c. It's a 3 marker. Okay, let's try the next one. Okay. So we are looking at quadratic inequalities. So remember, if you have a function here and a sign like that, when you find the answer, the signs are both going invert. And your answer, it's like this. Then if you have a function, it's a greater than sign like that. That means when you find the answer, the arrows are going outward. And your answer is x is less than something or x is greater than something. So let's start here. Can you see it's a quadratic equation? However, there is no x in there. And then what you see is all square numbers and the minus. So it is a difference of squares. It is a difference of square. So basically 4 is basically 2 squared. X is x squared. Minus 81 is 9 squared. Less than 0. You know what this is? 2x plus 9. 2x. 2x minus 9 is less than 0. X is minus 9 over 2, or x is positive 9 over 2. I put it on a number line. Minus 9 over 2. 9 over 2. I'm going to go inward like that. So I can write my answer. X is greater than minus 9 over 2, less than 9 over 2. What I will always do is I would just kind of cross that off normally, because it's a greater than less than sign. I'm not going to put an equal sign in there. Okay, but it's not a big thing if you don't cross it. Okay, it will be fine. Right, next one. I can't factorize. I can't do this one straight away because this is, I need to do 2 times 3. Factors of 2 times 3, which is, 2 times 3 is 6. Factors of 6, that makes 5. Well, now think about it. 2 times 3 is 6, and also 1 times 6 is 6. But I want 5. Both of these numbers actually make the 5. So you've got to be careful. How to make 5? Minus 2 minus 3 will make you 5. Minus 5, sorry. And plus 1 minus 6 will also make you minus 5. But how to choose which one? You multiply this. Minus 2 times minus 3 is positive 6. That's negative 6 if you multiplied it. So what sign do I want? I want the negative. So I want this guy, not this one. Okay. Right. So what is that going to be? Bracket, 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 bracket. How many x? 2x. What's that? Plus 1. 2x minus 6. Everything divided by, what number is it? The number in front of the x squared, which is 2. Divided over here. 2x add 1. X minus 3. Greater than 0. X is minus 1 over 2. Or x is positive 3. Let's put it. Positive 3 is bigger, of course, and then negative is a smaller answer, so this stays on the left. Look at the way the arrow is. The greater than sign. Yeah, it is a greater than sign, so it must go this way, that way. The answer is read as x is less than minus 1 over 2, or x is greater than 3. And I would tend to cross this off because I don't want it. Now, we are not done, because normally this would be correct if these are separate questions, but can you see the word and? You got to solve this. The red one and also the blue one. Okay, let's solve them. What you got to do, get a big number line and put them down. So minus 9 over 2, which is like minus 4.5, and then 9 over 2 is 4.5. Oh no, it's the other way. Okay, there and there. Good. And then 3 is smaller than 9 over 2 because you know it's 4.5. 3 is smaller, so 3 would stay here. So 3 will be like that. Minus a half is it's between minus 4.5 and 3, so it will stay here. Minus a half. Okay, so algebraically the set of values for x where they will satisfy this equation. So all you got to say is x is correct to minus 9 over 2 and minus a half. Or x is correct to, because I'm writing that one, 3 and 9 over 2. This area and that area. Those are the 2 areas. Okay. Normally in an actual paper you will only get one of the area, but for this one is what we have anyways. Okay.